Hi guys, and welcome back to another Eastbourne Fisherman video. Today we're going to look at how to bait up squid, how I personally bait up squid, what parts of the squid I use, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to show you a couple of different things I do with squid, and how to present it, and hopefully you can share. I can share a little bit with you guys, and you guys, if you don't know already, you can learn a little bit as well. Obviously, if you know how to do this already, this video is going to be of no use to you whatsoever. This is more aimed at the beginners, just to give them a rough idea and a starting point really into sea angling. So let's crack on and we'll have a look at the different ways I present squid myself. Right, so here's a squid. It comes out of the packet like this. You have the head or the face at the bottom, then you have the top part here. Nice and simple. So first off, what we're going to do is we're just going to remove the face of the squid there. Don't throw these away, they're really good baits. You can in fact just bait that up by placing the hook in, and then just by coming back out just through the tentacles at the bottom there. Now you can just throw it out like that as a bait. You need to wrap it. I've caught some nice bass doing things just like that. Just put a little bit of the squid face on and just literally cast it out. And on the rough ground, I've had some nice bass just using that same method. So that's one way of baiting up, using the face. So don't throw them away. The next thing we can do is we can open up the squid. So you can place the knife inside the squid like that. And if you just make a cut there, inside the squid, it's all I think there's a little fish in there. There's a couple of other bits in there. All we're going to do is just going to scrape off the insides, like so. Just clean that off. You don't need that. And then there's also this thing here, which is the I believe it's the backbone now. I don't know the correct term for it, but you take that out as well. It looks like a little piece of plastic. So we just take that out, and then that leaves us with the skirt of the squid here. The skirt of the squid's really good actually, because what we can do is we can cut the skirt into strips, like so. And then if you want smaller pieces, you can cut them again. And they're great for tipping off baits. So you would use these for tipping off, say, worm baits or anything like that. I'm just going to show you how we're going to do that now. Right, so I've got my ragworm here. We're just going to take a single hook, which is there. We're just going to start off by feeding the ragworm on. Nice and simple, nice and simple. Pull the ragworm round, like so, and then just come out just before the tail. And then where the squid comes into play is we just take the squid now, like that, and we're just literally just going to place the squid onto the hook like that, and that is literally it. That is how to tip off a worm bait. You can do that with lugworm, you can do it with ragworm. It just works really good. And then when that's in the water, the squid will flap around and act as like a little attractor, and it's a good way to catch fish. So that's another way of baiting up with squid. And finally, the last way I use squid is to put it on a 2-hook rig, or as we call it, a pennel. So you have one hook at the bottom, one hook at the top there. What we're going to do is we're going to slide the top hook out of the way for a minute, and we're going to take this hook here and we're just going to place that into the squid and wrap the squid with some bait elastic. Right, so we've got our bait elastic here. What we're going to do, start off with, is we're just going to take the squid. I just like to wrap a couple of turns around the squid, just to pull it in nice and tight like that. I'm going to fold the face up like that to create fatter bit at the bottom, which my hook is going to sit into. I mean, you can remove the bit out there, or you can leave it in. Just take that bit out there. Now what we're going to do is just going to wrap the squid up, leave a couple of tentacles to flap around, and just wrap that up nice and tight. There we go. We're going to take our bottom hook and just place it into the squid like so, fold that round, and that bottom hook now will sit at the bottom of the squid there with the hook point proud. We're going to continue to wrap our bait elastic around the squid, making sure we wrap around the bottom of the hook to keep that nice and tight in place. And then we're just going to go up the squid, wrapping below the eye of the hook and above the eye of the hook as well. And then we're going to continue to wrap all the way up the top of the line, right to the top, and then break it off. Some people tie a knot, some people just break it off, as and whatever you choose. So that's it. So the bottom hook's there, and all we're going to do now is we're going to take our top hook, slide our top hook down to meet the top of our bait, which is there, and then we're just going to wrap that round 1 or 2 or 3 times, and we're just going to nick that into the top of the bait there. And that is a whole squid presented on a pennel setup. You can just do it with a bottom hook, you don't need to do it on a pennel, but quite a lot of people like to fish it with a top hook as well as the bottom one. Right guys, so that's a couple of ways how I personally bait up my squid. If you do it differently, let us know in the comments, share the information with us, and in turn we can share that with other anglers as well. So thanks very much for watching guys, and we'll see you on the next video.